Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. I feel like complaining a bit, probably about things that normal people should not complain, but this game is addictive as hell. I cannot stop thinking about playing it more and more, and that is a hell of a problem. You see, because I would like to put markdown in my videos. Every episode that I record, I need to watch it. I need to check if everything is okay with the sound, that kind of stuff. If can I go through here somehow? Would be nice. So yeah, I need to watch it through. I need to put markdowns, then thumbnails, that kind of stuff. So basically, yeah, I mean I watch them through on increased speed. But if I record too much, I have to edit too much, and then for a prolonged period of time, well, I have a backlog that I need to deal with. It's kind of system of checks and balances, so that I'm not playing just an unlimited amount of time, because I know that I can. And the thing is that all the system went to complete hell because I just wanna keep playing the game. Easy as that. That sorry for that. So, there is a certain gameplay mechanic that I would like to check to verify on this spread. It's a little bit not that easy to verify it because of their positioning. I was hoping that the rat over here would respond, to be honest. Because I've been reading and studying how does the noise range work, why do my enemies always alert when I smack somebody, that kind of stuff. So supposedly they get alert because well, the explanation is that when I smack an enemy and I do not kill an enemy, then this enemy alerts other one nearby, and that would kind of make sense, right? At least that sounds like it could make sense. Now, the thing is that in the previous episode there was a spread over here on this side of the ship. Really, I really hope we would see that one, because it was a nice isolated target that I can one-shot with my silencer here. I'm also looking for some readable over here. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. I thought it was supposed to be around the staircase, to be honest, but I did not find there anything. This area is pretty upsetting. So I was trying to figure out how stealth works because I watched the videos and well, there is a channel of Major Swag, right? So the guy is pretty thorough in his reviews and everything. Maybe I can jump down on this spread and test it like this. And according to him, as soon as you one-shot an enemy, they should not alert other enemies. That is a nice idea that does not correspond with how it works for me, as it seems. He also is able sometimes to kind of alert one enemy, but still smack them fast enough so that they do not alert other enemies nearby. See? They immediately alerted.
Heads up! One down. Doing all right?
Like immediately. And I have a silencer. Is it not how it's supposed to work? I found it readable, by the way. Predictably, our primal passengers broke free shortly after landing. I said this would happen after the enclosure malfunction we hushed up on Byzantium. Who cares how many tickets we sold? That woman lost an arm. The first and second recovery teams never returned. The only way I can convince the rest of the crew to form a third team is if I join them. I am management. Architect raised them. I am not supposed to face this type of hazard. I'm leaving this journal with the ship in case we don't return. To any CircusTime employees reading this, immediately hand this device to your supervisor and stop reading. CircusTime supervisors, our plans to present the Primal performers were premature. These creatures cannot be tamed. The next time marketing wants to present an actual circus, make one of them lead the damn thing. Maybe the spreads, like the two other spreads were looking in my direction. I will need to check the recording.
At least Harlow keeps it interesting. We get to strip a lot of interesting freighters, right?
There should be. Two other things somewhere nearby.
Thought I saw lights on in one of the old prospector buildings.
Boss told me never to go near that place. Says it's haunted. No, you dummy. Probably. An electrical problem. No way anyone could be alive in
I thought it's supposed to be somewhere close to an elevator. Some table with some ship decorations. Yeah, apparently I like to collect ship decorations, so... Is that the
How'd you
thing?
manage to take down a freighter this big?
Yeah, it's just small.
Found it? What's a company freighter doing?
It's an old CircusTime ship. Some sort of traveling Primal show.
Unexpected noise. Performing and
Somewhere that talks about it, if you're interested. What was that?
Heads up, boss!
Not exactly the plan. I forgot about auto mechanical. And I paid dearly for that. But I believe as long as I went away with my wife, it's fine. I was hoping that through here I can somehow go back to my ship. But I don't think that is possible. I don't think I can actually squeeze through here. Now, let's leave this place. I have acquired tossball and some other thing, right? Colorful lights. Yes. You are saying that this thing needs some repairs. Oh, not anymore?
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Shoot.
I was thinking about what you said afore, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
Ah, good for
And I'm
you.
thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
Right. Can I help?
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Of course. So which vendor were you thinking?
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap.
Easy enough, we could head straight over.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I wanna come with.
Sure. So, about my sneaking shenanigans and bonking people on the head, we will need to work on increasing my sneak damage. But I think our primary tactics would be to escape encounters altogether. Just sneaking past enemies. That's it.
Good to see you, boss.
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
Good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer Sam. We guarantee it's the only sanitation and maintenance unit you'll ever need.
Something on your mind?
No. Lights and a tossball. Tossball, yes, it's here. From the Rhesus Rangers versus Rocky Mountain Soldiers, still has blood stains. And lights are here. Oh. I will be taking that. Faded Freshener. Suds Stipper. Sparkling is the unit's middle name. Bag of moldy sweetheart cakes. Rock hard and slightly discolored, these moldy Rhesus sweetheart cakes are decades beyond their no more refunds after this date. Do I have messages? No. Do I need to take care of my inventory? Do I need or do I want? I definitely do not want, so we can get by with what we have right now, so. Let's see. Vicar Max has tracked the scholar to a rented domicile in Fallbrook on Monarch. Warning, dangerous. I feel like maybe we need to heed to the warnings. So let's go to the Groundbreaker indeed.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Amazing.
Take someone to watch your back, please.
As usual, I will be picking Parvati and Felix for persuasion boost. Plus Parvati has a quest, so there is that. I really want to take Sam sometimes, but just skill-wise, I'm not sure if I would like to do that at the moment. So. We have multiple quests over here to submit. Solution vital. You do not show a lot, but maybe just because of the floors.
Doritos Purpleberry Fudge. A soft...
No, you really don't show me anything. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, so that goes to Gladys, and to Gladys we go with Parvati as well. We need to go to Edna and Dr. Dorsett. Okay.
Sour candy shell around sweet purpleberry flavors.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering, said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores. Now, is there something I can help you with? Take care.
It wasn't you? Ah,
Were I a
it was
gambling
you.
woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
You can give me a monetary compensation. Just saying.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, no mixing.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
I can't promise you anything. And now. I believe now we head to Gladys.
CNP chicken and potatoes. At CNP, we know our CNP.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway?
Maybe.
You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do.
Let's see. My engineer is looking to do some deep cleansing. Wants to impress Chief. Do I want to go right away, or I can go
What do you
like?
want then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Can I ask some careful questions? No. I can only
Anytime, sir.
leave conversation. Okay, my engineer was looking to do some deep cleansing.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
For scrubbing.
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Well, let's ask Parvati actually.
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny miny moe it.
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Ah, don't put additional pressure, come on. Let's go with roses.
We didn't have anything rose-ish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Gladys is so nice. Suspicious. I investigated that distress signal from Roseway.
What's that? Speak up now.
About those secrets you asked me to look for.
What'd you turn up?
Oh. I did not bring anything to her, did I? I found the toothpaste formula, but then I unfound it.
Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you.
I acquired some research on Raptidon Musk, but I found another buyer.
A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught.
I found a prototype weapon schematic from Force, but I lost it.
Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here.
I think that's it.
Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime.
Now that I think of that, Gladys was the first to ask me, who asked me to look into the Roseway, right? I should have brought the stuff here. I really should have, because now I believe I do need to pay 10k to buy the Navkey.
Anytime, sweetheart.
Oh gosh darn it. I mean, obviously I can pay. The question is, if I want to.
If you're here for this week,
there is no way I can... Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilya Hagen in the SubLight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe.
So, there's your soap.
Thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms.
The
and
what?
For dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Alright, we'll figure it out.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
Hey boss, if you need a tour guide, I've seen all 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
C&P Mere Maple Syrup. This complete breakfast.
So, Lilya.
This is something Tobias could handle? See yourself out the door.
I got a Navkey to Stellar Bay.
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
What's that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
What's SubLight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank SubLight for their good time.
How unconventional?
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
I'll take the job.
Now get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Sounds shady.
Could be. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine. Felix Millstone, SubLight agent. I like the sound of that.
You're my agent.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one.
No. We can head to Monarch now. Do we have some crew interactions here going on? Doesn't look like it. This guy keeps cleaning this place, whatever that is.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
The what now?
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a Navkey to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Doesn't this guy have a life?
I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Can't you just send him a message?
Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign.
Any idea why?
Oh, could be any number of reasons. Incarceration, a period of copious drinking, a severe case of the sleeping sickness. Better to be sure than to resort to conjecture. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
I've got some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Alright.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Well, I do want to smack enemies so that, well, they're not alerted. So 5 will go over here, that's for sure. And then science or engineering. I would like to put one of them to 100 or maybe to an 80, and the rest will be like from my companions. Bonus support engineering. From who? Usually it says like Parvati or somebody else, so yeah. Reputation. Bonus support intimidate. It's not the weapons that give me that, right? And it cannot be this thing. So I assume it's some of the companions, but I don't know which one. Because I know that my companions also give me a lockpick. Or maybe these are, wait, maybe these are kind of passive bonuses from them? If I go like... Yeah, so... increase your persuade, engineering, persuade, engineering, hack, intimidate, persuade, engineering, hack. Was it medicine? No. But yeah, it is from companions because I am on the ship. Apparently they all consider to be in my party. I guess that makes sense. But I digress. We'll go with something like this for now.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
You mentioned some episode. Yeah, the Airwave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those 2 informants. had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me?
There is a clear desynchronization between the sounds and the facial movements of this character.
It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
If you say so. Alright, Mr. Ludovico, what can I do for you?
Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
What does this have to do with me? And who's Halcyon Helen?
You can't be serious. Halcyon Helen, greatest cultural icon of our colony, empress of the Aether Waves.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you.
Oh yeah, about
I
that.
would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, SubLight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I've never heard of SubLight Underground.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Perea Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
Gentlemen, please, as far as I'm concerned, you are both idiots. Now let them argue.
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense?
Oh, another one.
Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier.
Oops.
You are an extraordinary scientist. If your talents extend to forensics, then you may be exactly what we need. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Just how many people are involved in this communication?
Just the three of us.
4 of us, you mean? Just checking. It's getting hard to follow with all the arguing.
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
I don't know. We'll see if I'm in the area.
I encourage you to consider this offer seriously. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Helen must have been pretty popular if your death could put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness.
Real happiness?
No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
Yeah, sure. You sound a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Them?
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
Of course. Alright, I got everything I... Well, they do have to seem some issues, yes, okay.
The administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
Alright, I've got everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex.
I don't know why they're trusting me to catch Halcyon Helen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Oh yeah, thanks. So this is one of the DLCs, right? Which is clearly marked. Very nice of you. We will, however, probably go with some of my companion quests first. So Eridanos is all the way over there. We, however, as I said, will travel to Monarch. Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Impressive then.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Okay.
Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Let's quickly go back to the Roseway, and then we'll return to Monarch.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain. I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle.
Let's see. Let's take Sam on a spin.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of weapon
Reptidon.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
Mm-hmm. What did you mean by an item of great value?
Aha! I knew that'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Ulti-Nature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
I don't understand why you're giving this to me.
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Ulti-Nature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice. Thanks. Handguns, corrosion, with noise range of 15. Oh, you do have some upgrades. Okay, let's see. Um, I mean, we can probably give you health. Harmful status effect duration. Okay. Increase damage to auto mechanicals. Let's go for now with health. Now that was supposed to quick, just a quick trip to pick something up, and that we did. Huh? The property of Frey. Huh. Well, thank you, I guess. Mr. Ouch. I have never ever found a harsh grip.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. I... Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
Sure. My god, what did I stumble upon? It's also funny that after the fall, for a brief while, you can't move as fast because your ankle is screwed up, right? Yep.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Halcyon Helen's studios have generated more than 4 times the revenue of any other actor, I believe. Where are we? We're somewhere. Grim. Do I need to pay something already?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Alrighty.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Okay.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What do they do out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I prefer to travel discreetly, if you know what I mean.
Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please.
My lord. Fine, Captain John.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code.
Reputation
I'm
increased.
not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stella Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are SubLight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
It depends.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next SubLight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's Black Hole?
Boss, come on. Black Hole Birdie, the Hole Meister, the Hack Attack.
That's Birdie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Something like that. But why is he called the Black Hole?
On account of him being the best hacker who ever played. Nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way.
Maybe worded different. That's all I ever need to hear on that subject.
Whatever you say, I could talk tossball for hours.
That poster sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Ooh, you have plasma weapons. The Yacht Club. Okay.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
You've got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
But now you're all free from the board.
Yes, free to wallow in squalor together. Free to squabble with the iconoclasts over a raptidon-infested hellhole. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
I'll leave you be. Oh, I found Nyoka, I think.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
I'll pass.
Suit yourself. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Damn it. True. You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
How well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
Let me see what you have. Nothing special. So, you'll
And
be
the little
Nyoka.
bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
I'm John. Pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I'm told you can get me to an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
And... Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinite? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back. Passion pills. MSI dispensary. Several phrases have been marked off. Talk bingo sheet. Okay. Right between the eyes, there were 4 of them. That raft was this big. Took it down with one shot by Medri. Oh yeah, I didn't check what do you have. I don't see anything specific, so...
Shh, easy now.
Who shall you be?
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yep. What's it to you?
Nothing at all. Just like to be friendly like with newcomers. It's the MSI way.
Fair enough, Captain John.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here,
Glacial
let me buy
water.
you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
I happen to be pretty good with negotiations.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll mediate on your behalf.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
I'll talk to you later. That looks like some very official building. Yeah. That might be a sort of local administration or something. That seems like a garage entrance, so maybe that is some repair bay, but then this looks like a bar. I'm confused. Oh. There is an actual dock. It's also so overexposed. Huh? Bloody note. Lilya, passcode antediluvian. Alright. Oh, you know where I will put first 5 points of my first available 5 points. So. And let's go with Assassin, because now we do have a quiet weapon. Can also level up Felix. Damage to corporate military. Repellion. Okay. What the hell? This ruined tossball stick is covered in blood and has a decayed purple tooth embedded in it. Elijah is written along the shaft. Is it junk? It's not. It is a quest item. What the... Probably, before we go any further with Monarch, we'll probably make a pause. Now, there is a faction quest. Okay, so let's take a break, shall we? Yeah, I think it was a nice episode. So we are now on in our next, what seems to be an extremely big settlement, Monarch. Seems like there might be more settlements. So there is something called Fallbrook. Then we have here Stella Bay. We have underground Stella Bay ruins. So yeah, quite some stuff to get busy with, and that we will. Now, thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.